Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Omnifactory. Okay, so I think last time we ended off the episode, I was hurrying along trying to get fluid cells, and I think I off camera went ahead and made a ME drive. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so as you can see here, I have the ME storage cell in our second ME drive there. I am gonna find a better home for these drives. I just gotta figure out how and where. Regardless, I think we have an interface. Yep, we do. Cooked up here. However, we are going to need a fluid terminal, which I have also set to autocraft. Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. Okay, so that quest is now counted for. Now we need to get a terminal autocrafted. So, okay. Panel. Gonna need one of those. And we're gonna need, I think, a basic circuit, which I know we have one of those right here. Did I pick it up? It's in my satchel, isn't it? Wait. Yeah, okay, there it is. Oh, hello. Is my... I have sound. I don't know why I'm not hearing any. Anyway, okay. Back to what I was doing here. So I'm going to click that there and keep that. Got the pattern. I don't have any more slots. Okay. So let's get a interface going. Let's see. Did I change anything about this room? No, but I do believe I have the molecular assemblers now auto-crafted. I may have done that off camera too. This week has been pretty crazy. So yeah, it looks like the molecular assembler is all auto-crafted. Let's see, let me just go over that real quick. So, yeah, the biggest thing about this recipe is the crafter itself. And this thing requires, I think, I think we covered this before, but I think we covered this before, but it requires gears, some compressed crafting tables, some item conduits, resonating redstone crystals, which are nothing more than redstone and ender pearl shards. And then you have the iron gears and Cranes of Infinity. Speaking of which, I also set up a system to automate gears. I think it's over here. Yes. Okay. So I have an fluid extractor and a fluid solidifier here. The fluid extractor is going to accept 4 iron ingots, and you can see that there's a picture of a gear there for iron gear. So what's going to happen is the iron is going to come into here. It's going to get melted down. It's going to get shot up into here, and there's a gear mold here. Once the 4 iron ingots come in here, it's going to craft, spit out into this interface, and it's going to go back into the system. You can trick AE2 to expect an item and have it output from a different location. That's pretty neat. Kind of a neat trick. Okay, so we have another assembler here, which I'm probably going to put it like right, not there, there, and then put that there, and boom. Now that I think about it, I could put the ME drive somewhere in here, maybe on the roof or in the floor. Not sure yet because the ME wall is gonna go on for days eventually. Okay, so that should be crafting up momentarily. I want to get the I want to get a really cool block done today called the multi smelter. I think I've touched on it before, but it is essentially a very fast furnace. And we're going to be using that to autocraft certain recipes that require smelting. Okay. Oh, we got the fluid terminal. Cable. In fact, just for this, no, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to break this one. Put down the cable here, and bada boom. Okay, so we're not going to see any fluids right now because we don't have any fluids coming into the system. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the one down here, let me just pull that out for a second and let me verify. Okay, that's for soldering alloy. All right, so let me then grab another one, and we're gonna put this in here, and we're gonna call this soldering alloy, so that we can easily come back to it and refer to the proper cell if we need to take any fluids out. How is this coming along? Okay, it's done. Cool. All right. We should have a bucket. Okay, we didn't have a bucket of phenol, but that shouldn't be an issue. Is it any? Nope. Okay. Let's try the reactor. There should be some in there. Okay, cool. There is. Okay, so now we have the phenol, right? And we're gonna come over to our workbench again, and we're gonna say, okay, with this cell, we're only gonna want phenol. And once like before, phenol. So now that's named phenol. I'll know from the future where my fluid is. All right, so now I'm going to take this fluid interface, turn it into a slab, and we're going to point this at the output hatch of this machine. Yeah, it's fine. I may as well do it this way then. All right, so boom, boom. We're going to drop down here, and I guess we could just run it like that. And then cover this up. And port back. Okay, so then with the experiment, we're going to... Oh, yeah, by the way, it's been a while since my game has been... Or the DML, the deep mob loading has been active. So you'll notice I have a large amount of materials here, like 8,000 ender pearls, 11,000 gold, 12,000 copper, 16,000 tin, 29,000 iron, and so on and so forth. So we're pretty good on resources. We still need to get silver and nickel production going. That actually, hold on. Okay, silver is not that different. It does require ghast, which is about, okay, that's not too bad. It's a 1024 RF per tick. That's not terrible. However, the other, hold on. Fingers please. Slime. So the other model I'm gonna need is the slime data model. And with this, we're able to make silver. No. Nickel. Nickel. So that's what we're going to want, nickel coins. Now with the nickel, we can melt it down into fluid and then solidify it into ingots or plates or ingots or blocks, honestly. Probably ingots. All right, so that out of the way. Let's go over... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, copper. I mean, sorry, coal. We're going to drop the coal into the furnace here. And that is going to smelt up. I'm going to watch this for a second. Okay. That should have spat out the phenol. We'll come over here and voila. 1 bucket of phenol. All right. So now with that, I'm going to transition into sending the phenol into a different machine. That machine being the chemical reactor where I was making the substrate, the phenolic substrate for the electronic circuits. All right, this is almost done. Oh, and at some point, I'm going to make a system that's going to make the plates a lot quicker. So that will be nice. Although I am curious to see how the changes to Greg Tech's blocking mode is going to affect things, as well as the fact that eventually we'll have processing arrays and we can pattern larger amounts of materials easily with the new pattern terminal that prototype Trouser has made. Anyway, so we have the item crafting on this side. So we're going to put the fluid pump on this side. We're going to want to right click the pump so that our cursor is right in the middle there. And now we have applied a pump. If you right click it, that's new. This is the way that this appears is kind of different to me. Oh, look at that. Oh, so they made an option where you can specify millibuckets or just buckets. The difference being, 5,000 or 5. A millibucket is 1,000. One bucket is 1,000 millibuckets, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so we're going to want to send this to import. Okay, and then boom. Now, do I still have that bucket of phenol? I don't think I do. Am I? Okay, I do. Cool. Come up here, add this to the import list. And I think for a second you saw phenol go into the system right here. Well, it spat all of our phenol that we have into the chemical reactor. It might be doing it live. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. It may have burned through all the coal that we had put into. Yeah, okay. So the pyrolysis oven is not going anymore. Okay, I think I got an idea. This shouldn't be an issue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a robot arm. Oh dear. And a interface. Okay, give me a second here. I'm gonna make a robot arm and an interface that is going to automatically import coal into the oven because we're gonna want to have a constant supply of phenol so that we can make circuits. That being said, I also want to make sure that I put limits in place, but we're not going to get into limiting machines yet because we need a certain item. To explain, AE2 has a hold on. Oh my god. Limit. No, item. What is that thing called? Limit? No. No. Oh, give me a second. Processor. There's an item that. Oh, maybe it's this one. Oh, here it is. Okay. That's what it was. The ME level emitter. Okay, so this item is going to allow us to turn a machine on and off. Essentially, what I had to explain it is that we tell it how many of an item we want to have in our system, and then once it reaches that number, it will emit a signal, and then we can use that signal to turn on and off machines. Now, we can't get here yet because we need to get into stainless steel. And stainless steel is going to be a staple of our next energy voltage, known as high voltage. I want to get there very soon, but I'm just getting some groundwork laid out. In fact, while I wait for the interface, and the robot arm, let me craft up this annealed copper. Oh, okay. Okay, so we can't get that just yet. How is the? Okay, that's not done yet. And we need more soldering. Okay. That's another thing I need to do is automate the soldering alloy. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? What's the situation on the... Okay, that's... No, wait. That thing should be... Oh, I didn't put a fluid interface on that. We have the cell, but we don't have any way of pulling it out of the system. Okay, give me a moment here. Just gonna wait for this to burn through. Bucket's fine. Okay, so... Oops. that should take care of some things. I still need to upgrade the assembler, but, you know, so many other things to do at the same time. In fact, you know what I might do is I might just off camera um, go and make the medium voltage assembler and replace it. Okay, let me see if I can't make another fluid interface. Okay, so we got a face, an arm, and a... that's it, 2 interfaces. All right, so here's the robot arm. That's done. Still waiting on plates and a circuit. Okay. Now, I am going to need to outfit the blast furnace with the fluid input hatch. We need oxygen. So I'm just thinking, okay, air collector. I think I yield. Just check here. Oxygen, air. Okay. Oxygen. I do believe we were making oxygen here. Wait. Okay, so we do have spare oxygen here. Well, I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Let's return to this real quick. Oh, and grab that. Okay, and then I'm going to say grab a 1K cell and grab another interface. That is cooking up. Let's come over here. And, okay, so I need to rotate this hatch. Actually, I don't. I can just do it from the bottom here. So, robot arm. And we are going to import. We're going to take our interface and we're going to plug this here. Okay. And I forgot the most important part. The coal. Grab that. Okay, so we're going to come back over here then. And we're going to say, you go in there. 1, 2, 3. And now it's going to continually funnel coal into the input bus here. And that is going to supply us with a constant flow of phenol. Now, eventually, it's going to jam, but it won't be a bad thing. It just won't have anywhere for the phenol to go after it fills up the 1K cell. And I might be mistaken, but I believe it might hold as much as 1,000 buckets. I forget. It could be 4K, actually, but we'll come to see that in due time. Okay, so there's our fluid interface. There's our cell. We are going to want a bucket right here. Okay. Oh, let me get one more thing here. Do it. Get rid of that. Actually, I don't keep that. Get rid of those. Do it. Okay, filter. Bingo. Why can I? Oh, get rid of that. Oxygen. And make sure we grab the right oxygen. There it is. We are going to come over to the electrolyzer. We're going to grab a bucket of oxygen. And we are going to, of course, name or partition our fluid cell for oxygen and name it appropriately. Oh, dang it. We need more. One. Oh. That was interesting. Yeah, some fluids can have a thing where if it's like oxygen, for example, oxygen being a gas, it will flow upwards instead of down like normal Minecraft fluids do. So that's kind of an interesting trick. Okay, let's see, how do I want to partition this? I think like this. Okay, you know what? I got a better idea. I'm gonna remove that. I am going to grab a pump. Oh, you know what? We need one more thing. So we're gonna have to make a new pattern for this. Where is the filter? Smart fluid. Ah, fluid filter. Where are we on time? Okay, we got time. All right, so now with this fluid filter, we made an item filter before. Wait, excuse me? Did I forget to name the stupid interface? Dang it. Give me a second. And we need another anvil. Yep. And there we go. Crafting wall. Okay. Come back over here, plop it down, return the patterns. Okay. So now with the fluid filter, we made a item filter pattern before, right here. So now with the GregTech fluid filter, we should be able to easily say, okay, we only want this filter to be ejected from the bottom of the electrolyzer. So I'm going to click right here on this little middle rectangle. And oh, wait, did I have the... Okay, I had the pump in hand and then I put the filter in my hand. Okay, so now on the bottom, we have a pump and we're going to say, put a fluid filter in here. And wait, can I still grab fluids? Or is it not going to work for GregTech? Okay, it still works. Cool. So even with GregTech filters, you can still reach for a fluid from NEI and move it. That's pretty neat. So this will only export oxygen, right? Because we have that in there. Now I just need to... And you can see, if I back up, that little pump texture. Now I need to get back up there. I do need a jetpack at some point. Okay, boom. Now if I can click on the interface, boom. All the oxygen that was stored in here is now in our system. And I will come over here and you can see it's rising steadily. Sweet. Oh, Phenol flashed there for a moment, but it's gone now. Okay, we want to get hatches going. Why don't we go and start with the fluid input hatch for medium voltage? Right? We should be able to just craft that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now I have the interface, so I'll be able to pipe fluid into the blast furnace. But additionally, I'm going to want to make more blast furnaces, so let's see if I can explain this properly. Let me grab some cobble. Okay, so imagine... Well, I'm going to have to move that. But imagine I can just do this. And there would be a block controller here. So imagine the tank is a block controller, like right there. And then these two, this section is all coils and the rest is casings. This would be a functioning conjoined blast furnace. And I would be able to save space. I would not have to split them up. So that is a pretty cool thing that I will show on camera when I get to that part. But for now, I'm just going to get rid of all the stuff. And I'll get to making the blast furnace stuff later, because we're going to want to have a constant supply of certain ingots, right? So we're going to want to have always on blast furnaces. Okay, so there's the hatch. We have the face. We have that. I want a bucket of oxygen. We're going to say copper and grab the oxygen there. Come up to our blast furnace. We're going to break that block. Come on. Put the hatch in there. Rotate it up. Insert the face. And bada boom. Now we have oxygen in our blast furnace. So with that in mind, in the input, was that running? Oh. Okay, let me just wait for this. Okay, it's done. Okay, so now if I put copper in here, it's going to start cooking. Wow, rather fast actually. Now, if I come over to our terminal, I'll be able to see that we are generating annealed copper. Just to verify, here is the recipe. Copper, oxygen, annealed copper. And it goes in 10 seconds, but that's also on medium voltage. So it's going about 5 seconds, I believe now, roughly. I don't have the calculator in front of me to check on that math, but you should get the quest, annealed copper. Let me pop into the quest book here. Grab our nickel. So we're one step closer to SMDs, but we still need to get some chlorine going. The plastic substrate. This is basically the next step for circuit boards. So polyethylene and copper foil with sulfuric acid can be the first step that we take. There is a extra method using polyvinyl chloride, and you get 2 sheets. But there's this monster of a chemical or material, polytetrafluoroethylene sheet. If we make that, we get 4 circuit boards. I forget how difficult this is to make. Okay, that's tetrafluoroethylene, chloroform, hydrofluoric, fluorine. Okay, that's a whole process there, but I think we'll get there in time. Okay. I now need to make a recipe for annealed copper cables, as the multi-smelter is what is needing these cables. So, oh, right. Wait. Okay. So this is another rubber. Oh. Okay. So we're going to need to make another assembler anyway. So let's just make up 2 assemblers. So to explain what I was doing before, or looking at before. Wait, let me see this. Okay. So there are 3 ways to make the annealed copper: silicon, styrene, butadiene, and regular old rubber. However, it also needs a circuit, a 24 configured circuit. And 24 is going to be a reoccurring configuration. So we're going to have an assembler dedicated to the 24 circuit. And as we need more cables, we're going to have more patterns in that assembler. Okay, so we probably won't get this on screen today. So let me put that stuff in my system. When did I make this? I don't know how I got this. I don't know. I don't think I had cheat mode on or anything. Anyway, maybe the quest book gave me that. I'm not sure. Creeper? The hell? How did a creeper get in here? Did I really have not... Is my lighting situation really that abysmal? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay. That's the great thing about chunk protecting and claiming, is that creepers don't destroy a base. By that I mean when you select your area, and actually I think you only need to select it, like claim it. You don't have to chunk load it. but the area selected, then creepers will not damage your property, which is pretty neat. Okay, we are at 30 minutes, so I'm going to have to cut it here, and I will see about getting these assemblers set up in the meanwhile. That's it for now. I will see you guys next time. Ta-ta!